Secretary Pompeo, you notably warned our nation's governors about not getting too entwined and entangled with the Chinese Communist Party, as many of them did. As Washington becomes more aware of the China threat, the CCP has targeted many of our states' governors. This morning, the Washington Post published a story about the CCP's United Front efforts amping up their engagement with our nation's mayors, including the mayor of Carmel, Indiana, in my state, the former mayor, he just left office, who went on lavish trips to China and engaged at a high level with Chinese officials in their country. Why should our nation's mayors stray away from these types of entanglements with the sister cities projects and other CCP United Front efforts?
You know, Congressman Banks, it's in some ways parallel to what we were talking about in Africa, right? The Chinese Communist Party will always show up at people's doors with things that feel good. The remarks I made to the National Governors Association, I had to run through a State Department roadblock to make those remarks. It was hard for even the State Department to see this threat, not just at the federal level, but this was to a series of governors. And I now remind people, the Chinese Communist Party is showing up at school board meetings. They're showing up at city council meetings and county commission meetings all across America. In your state, Chairman Gallagher, in Wisconsin, they made a hard play for your state legislative body. They are determined to propagate their efforts. They want to make friends so that when they're confronted, they can turn to their friends and say, we're not such bad guys after all. The Chinese Communist Party is truly evil. They will work at every level of government. They will work against our private sector as well. They'll show up at PTA meetings if that's what it takes. This is an effort at every level for the Chinese Communist Party to have a capacity to influence our government.
Expand on why the Sister Cities program is so dangerous?
When the Chinese Communist Party shows up at your school and offers a free swing set, it is not because they care about the health of your children. That's maybe the simplest way to articulate Sister Cities programs and the Confucius Institutes and all of these United Front efforts inside of our country. They may show up and give you some temporary lift, but in the end, it is about them, not about us.
Mr. Connor.